Well, hello fellas, it's me Nibahiba aka Hubi11 and welcome to a new episode of Basket Reviews. And today, of course, we have came to the finale of the first season, of course, Japanese niggers. Okay, the thing is that same as the Christmas comic, I waited for this one too to make it like really bad. Due to the simple fact that just like the Christmas special, it did another revolution. But however, this one was not that big and felt, in my opinion, like the Christmas special. But hence this fact, this is still, and I don't care what you say, maybe you have a different opinion. But as the creator, this is my favorite fast food comic even to this day. But when I first made the comic, and that appeared in the first season, it was the Christmas special, yeah. But I remember up until the Hell comic, it was the Christmas special. That when I had made a Hell comic for a little while, it was it. The Hell comic was my favorite, which we're gonna review later in the second season. And then it became this one. But okay, fellas. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention something. Just like I said in the previous episode, like the humor thing or whatever. No, it wasn't the previous episode. It was the episode before the previous episode. I want to say that the facts from now on and shit about the comics and stuff will be told at the end of the review episode, the episode review. We're not gonna say it first, and we will just rather review the comic together, of course, not in question marks, in quotation marks. But anyways, so yeah, let's start with the plot of this fantastic comic. It all starts with a sunny day at school. It's showing us an outside. Everything is good. It's a nice sunny day. And everything is nice up until the ninjas show. The ninjas being me, Fabi, Shooter, Georgie, and for the first time, Andrea, my wife at this moment, but when I made my comic, she wasn't. And it was the first comic in which she made a major role compared to the previous ones. And of course, we came from our holiday in Japan. Okay, we are disguised as ninjas, and I bet a viewer was kind of confused. And then when it's showing the scene us inside the school, we could see that it's Vlad's birthday. Well, yeah, he's saying that if he doesn't, if anyone will not come, he'll be mad. Up until we interrupt him, and of course, me, Shooter, and Andrea is killing him. The thing is that Georgia didn't kill him because I wanted to make a surprise with his face. As you can see, not even in this scene, which is showing the background, he didn't talk, in the intro more specifically. So I wanted to make it as a surprise. Okay, then we kill Vlad, and then he rise again somehow in the next season. And then yeah, everyone is confused. Why we were ninjas and why I was talking in Japanese and shit like that. But yeah, then Stefan gets mad at us because I told you in the first season Stefan wasn't an edgy demon like now, which she actually cares about his friends. It's not actually that edgy anymore. In the first season, she was an angsty fucking edgy teen, which is a difference. His character was different in the first season, and that's obvious. And yeah, Andrea tells him to chill, and Georgia asks them if they want to hear a story what we are doing in Japan. Then of course, we were talking about Japan. I was showing the scene what we are doing. So yeah, it all started because I basically found 4 tickets to Japan, and I wanted to invite Shooter, George, and Andrea with me too. And yeah, then we go to the airport. They are happy because I invited them. Then security guard tried to stop us, but he fails. And yeah, because we need to do a kawaii face, which wasn't really hard. And then of course we fly to Japan. In Japan, the entire gang is happy. But we were asking what we should do, and then we come to the agreement that we should separate it. We should break up. And yeah, I went to a cliff in which I wanted to kill myself to jump from it. Georgia and Shooter went to the mall, but Georgia went to buy a Pokemon Pokemon stuff. I don't know why. I don't remember why because Georgina isn't a Pokemon fan, so I don't even remember why. And Shooter went to buy a hentai book. Oh yeah, Georgia is actually a Pokemon fan in the Fast Food universe, but in real life, no. And on Andrea, I don't know. I didn't show what she was doing, but she was most probably in the streets, confused. I don't know. Yeah, I don't really remember what I wanted to make with her first, but I suppose there was normally to a scene. I normally wanted to do a scene with her, and yeah, another scene with Georgia, which I'm gonna tell you at the end of the video. Then of course the ninjas kidnap us. We were well, from what we were doing, and then an epic fight is going on. So we're fighting the ninjas. We don't even begin the fight good, and they run away. And then, yeah, they leave us a message. They tell us that blah, blah, blah. It'll kill us, it'll get us, and shit like that. And yeah. And the villain, which I don't want to name, it's still a secret even to this day because, well, you know why. Stole Shooter's Sensei. And then everybody laughs. Everybody would say that it was a really good story, even if it was true. And yeah, everybody's happy at the end, even including Lori, which was hiding in the goddamn locker. So yeah, and yeah, then Georgia, I don't know what the fuck happened with his face, and he explodes. And the end. Okay, the plot is pretty strange, not gonna lie, the story, but it's still great. And holy shit, at the time I made it, I was really proud of this story because it was much more longer. It had much more stuff happening in it, but it's not really that complex as the future comics. And I know some people who don't really like the complexity of the newer comics and just want to do it the same way I did with Japanese niggers. And I understand why. You know, in this comic, the story or plot time was limited. I mean, it wasn't really long, but it wasn't really short at the same time. I mean, it showcased the plot, what I wanted to do, and it was all great. It came to the point which I wanted to do from the beginning, you know? So yeah, I've achieved what I wanted with this comic, especially at the time. But anyways, let's move on. So again, the plot was really good, really awesome, especially for its time. Funny, good. It had some kind of interesting stuff happening in it. And much better than the previous 6 comics, that's for sure. Now the humor. The humor in this comic was also really funny, just like most of the comics from the first season and basically Battle Comics. But I honestly think this comic didn't focus really that much on humor like the previous comics, and this is what I meant at the beginning. Um, this is at the starting of the Fast Food era, in which I wanted to do an equivalent time for both jokes and shit like that, humor, blah blah blah, but story at the same time. I wanted to do a normal pair in between them, you know, like unlike the previous comics, which indeed I focused a lot more on the humor. Now I'm trying even to this day to do a equal part to both of those, but humor in this comic is still really fucking funny. No joke, it's really great. I can say shit about it, but my favorite part has definitely to be the moment when Stefan snaps because we made that fucking mess in the class and we didn't do anything for Stefan. Gets fucking bullied by his fucking teachers. My God. Oh well. Now let's talk about the characters. The characters in this comic were, except for the main ones, I mean Fabi, Shooter, George, and Andrea. Other characters in this comic were Iwan, Alex Kuhn. I think this was the first comic in which he appeared, and this was also the last comic in which Iwan sadly appeared. So Stefan, and the last one with his edgy look. Onutsu, and this was at this point still the last comic in which he was featured in, but I'm still planning to add him in the future comics. Reno and Theodore. And Vlad too. Yeah, and Vlad too. But Vlad was killed. Those were the kids, you know, the main ones. Oh yeah, and Lori too. I'm sorry about this. Those are from the main gang. Other characters which appeared in this comic is the guard, the ninjas, KKK member, which I'm gonna talk about at the end of the video because you're asking, but I don't remember any KKK members. Shut up, I know, I'll tell you at the end of the video why. The ninja boss, and who else? Did I miss somebody? Hmm. Oh yeah, and those two guys that, oh no, that guy, because even if that was one guy in the background, or two, I don't remember, it was just one guy that helped me shooter, so that guy in the hentai shop, which helped shooter to find his sensei, and yeah, that was all. That's all. Those are the characters. And again, I'm gonna tell you at the end of the video what was the point with that KK member and what you're right, and he didn't appear in this comic, but he actually did. But anyways. And next, the art style. This is indeed what I want. I've waited so much to talk about this. This is indeed the comic in which Faster's art style got better. This is the comic which I can say that the art style was really pleasant to the eye. It had a lot of sense. Now, characters look really great now, and I can't believe I'm saying this. It was simple, just like now, but it still had a fast value that is now, and I don't understand why Fast Bar Star gets so much hate. I mean, I'm not even trying to make it complex. I'm trying to make it simplistic, but at least look it good. Unlike the previous 6 comics from this, but starting from this comic, the art style started to look really great, and you could see that, especially on the characters. The backgrounds are not really that different, to be honest, but the characters, the facial expressions, and overall drawing them, like their hairstyles and shit like that, they started to look a lot better. And maybe the backgrounds too, but I think the background started to look better when the second season started, along with the prequel for the Christmas comic, and which we're gonna talk about in the next episode. So yeah. So yeah. That was all basically. But we are not done yet. Again, because this was the finale of the first season, normally the comic wasn't meant to be the finale, where it wasn't even meant to be that special in the first place. There were a lot of more comics meant to be, but I'll tell you later which ones. But again, the first season was actually meant to be much longer. But yeah, I don't know what the fuck. I just felt tired, just like now what I felt with the big ass bank robbery led by Alexa 60 Week. I just felt tired and I said, okay, I need that fucking break. So yeah, that's why pretty much season 1 was over. So yeah. But still, we are not done yet. We still have a lot of shit to talk about. Facts about a comic itself and the production fact. Like, what happened in my life at that time. More stuff even. Or the production of the season. Or whatever. But first, I want to tell you some fun facts about a comic. There are 3 fun facts. First of all, there was normally meant to be a scene in which Fabi, Shooter, George, and Andrea go to, master, like that kind of kung fu master, which will teach us how to fight and shit. Because, yeah, if you know that scene with the, in which we fight the ninjas, it's kind of random. I mean, why do we all suddenly know how to fight and shit? Like, there's no comic in which it shows our skills in fighting. So, I think you know what I mean now, because I want to detail more, because then I'm gonna waste just my time, so yeah. And yeah, that means it was normally meant to be longer. Now, fact number 2. There was, about the KKK member, there was a scene with George at a Pokemon Center in which a KKK member appears out of nowhere and tells George, hey boy, I have a free Pokemon, you wanna have it? And he was like, yeah, sure. And yeah, it was actually his dick shaped like a Pokemon, which it was a really fun joke, but I don't remember what the fuck did I do, and I think I've just overwritten the panel or something like that. I don't remember what the hell did I do. But what I've noticed that just when I released the comic on Facebook, I was like, oh shit, I fucked up again. But hey, I'm sorry about this. But I still have the proof that this scene was actually existed, or it was meant to be in this comic. You could see it in the downloadable link at the extras, because I'm too lazy now to show it in this motherfucking video. It's all bullshit. And final fact about this comic, this comic was the first comic in which Andrea became a major character as she is today. Along with me, Shooter, which me and Shooter were major characters from the beginning, and hell, Georgia too. But Georgia isn't meant to be in the title just like, or it wasn't meant to be like big like me and Shooter, if you know what I mean. But George's was in almost as important as us too, from since the beginning of the series. I can't really tell how much do I really mean this, but Andrea started to be a major character with this comic because yeah, what why I didn't want to make her a major character. Except for the fact that I had a crush on her, and when I made this comic, and sadly, she didn't want to be my girlfriend because she was in a relationship with a character that I don't want to name, but fun fact, he appeared in the comics. I'll let you find this one now too. Again, it was because even if she didn't want to be my girlfriend, but I still really loved her almost as much as today. Why almost as much? Because today I love her more. Oh, stupid jokes. I'm sorry. I love you so much. Okay, and yeah. Because another thing is that because I found the character to be really unique and interesting. I'm not referring to Faster now because you know in the previous comics she didn't talk at all. But I'm referring because in real life, from what I've seen at her, I thought that bro, she's unique. She couldn't really model like Faster as it is, and I've really seen potential in her higher than I thought. Because in that week in which I made this comic, and after when I released Finding George, I really started to talk with her a lot. A lot. When I say a lot, I really mean a lot. Maybe even more than Shooter. So, yeah. I really found out how a great person she was in this period, and I can't say that I really had a crush on her. You know, I always used to have a crush on her, and yeah, that's true. Since the summer of 2018, I've always had a crush on her. But I started to fucking fall in love with her for real. I was madly in love with her when I made this comic. But you could even see the hints actually in this comic if you're paying attention to some Easter eggs, like on the look right here in the background on the motherfucking how it was called. God damn it, that thing in which you put clothes and shit like that. I really forgot how it's called. I think you know what I mean. I'm sorry about this. You could have seen that it was written on in Fabi plus Shooter. No. Fabi plus Andrea equals love, but in that first it was Shooter. But I've erased the Shooter word and replaced it with mine. That was the fun Easter egg about it. And yeah, I'm sorry that I forgot how the closet. Yeah, I don't know if it was a closet or I don't remember how it was called, but I'm really sorry about this. I'm really sorry. I'm stupid. My English vocabulary is fucked. And please tell me in the comments how it was called. And yeah, comment which Fabi's a retard too. Yay! Now moving on, we're gonna talk about the production facts, and which pretty much resulted in this comic and why eventually Fast Food got canceled after this comic. All right, so it was the end of November. Of course, I was working on this comic, and oh boy, as I said, me and Andrea got a lot of more closer, and she got really close in our gang, and she basically joined us for real. And yeah, everything was all great. I swear, when I made this comic, everything was great. I was still planning to do this shit as I wanted to make it at first and still continue the series. But on 25th November, the day I released this comic, everything changed. And again, um, and that day, if you want to know, Andrea disappeared, and you could have seen that in the downloadable link description that I said that I missed her. She disappeared for almost 1 month. Like she came back in Christmas. I was production. I was producing actually the second season. I remember, and I was really happy. I swear. She disappeared in that period because she had some really personal problems that I want to talk about. It's our secret after all. And she because of her, basically, you could say now that I didn't continue fast after this comic, but it's not true. However, it's on some point it's actually pretty true because again I was really in love with her, and my heart was just let down when I seen that she disappeared out of the sudden. And that was actually a really rough period in my life. But the true reason why I didn't continue the first season after this comic, it was because I didn't feel that strong anymore. Again, this one just proved a really big evolution in fast food. And it just told inside of my head that, bro, I think I should take a vacation now for 1 month or so and start the second season. I think that was enough. Because this comic again was really great, really revolutionary, really awesome. It was something that fast food was ahead of its time, and I think nobody would have expected this to be that big. However, even if it's not that big now today, with like the, like modern comics like Anywhere But Home or Lost in Hell or whatever, this was still a really, really major comic back in that time because my friends wouldn't expected this from me, and that's the truth. So yeah, that's actually this is actually the true reason why I didn't continue fast after this comic. So you may know now the truth. And there were actually supposed to be two comics in which never made it through the first season. Um, it was meant to be a comic in which me and Shooter are getting lost. I mean, I was playing Zero Sam with him on cooperation on multiplayer shit like that, and something fucking happens. If you know Zero Sam, first of all, it's a really nice game, first person that they grew up with. I think this year I made 10 years since I played it. I played this game when I was fucking 5. Yes, I'm not kidding now. It was the first person I've ever played in my life. So yeah, and we get lost in that world, and we try our best to get back home with the help of Georgia, that was trying to build a time machine. Somebody, I don't remember who, but that was the plot from what I remember. However, the comic never made it through, not even the second season, because well, when I first made it again, the first season this was meant to come out, but because I was too tired of it. However, in the second season, I was still thinking about this comic, but I couldn't make it anymore because the plot that it doesn't really fit on this season anymore. So yeah, this still remains a scrapped idea. I'm sorry about this. Maybe it would have been pretty interesting to do. No jokes, new characters, or shit like that. But sorry, it didn't make it even to this day. And I'm pretty sure I wanted to make it after the Japanese leaders, but I'm sorry. And I think I'm pretty sure I remember I wanted Japanese leaguers to last for. I mean, Jesus Christ, first season. God, I'm sorry. I remember I wanted to last for 1 month, like until 6 December, and each season be 1 month. But that was a dumb idea, in my opinion. Shit changed. Now I see fast in a different way, a lot of more ideas, and I don't remember what the fuck I wanted to do at first. But I'm glad it changed its way. Oh, and I forgot one more comic that got scrapped. It was a comic with me and Shooter, in which are fighting for Andrea. And yeah, fun fact, he had a crush on Andrea. We would normally have to fight with a lot of shit. We're trying to impersonate her like a girl, like we're trying to impress her, like make her fall in love with us. We try to spend our shit, blah blah blah. Until at the end of the comic, in which we're fighting for her. And yeah, in the end, unlike most twists, that was the most interesting part about this comic. Unlike most twists on YouTube and shit like that, or whatever, series or car news shows or whatever the fuck you want to call, like so many episodes I've seen and a plot twist in which that person, which is loved by those two characters, picks none of them. I've seen this really, really often. And I wanted to do something else, which instead of lasting for one episode, I wanted to do a second episode in which they were going to impress her even more. Yeah, that was actually the main reason why I didn't make this comic in the first place. I thought, hey, that's still pretty dumb because it's just boring. It would get boring at some point, I thought. And it's just not really fast and timeless or shit like that. And yeah, that's another reason why this comic never came out. But I think I would have changed some things at that time. But that's all I remember. I'm pretty sure there were a lot of more things which I wanted to do at first, but I can't really remember actually. And another fact, maybe the last fact which I can tell. After this comic, which I released, I was really depressed, really sad and shit like that. However, I found really good, great ass music that really helped me that year, so it wasn't that bad. I found really great friends, but it was still incomplete for me. It was incomplete for me. And I was thinking to cancel faster for a couple of times, but I think that hey, maybe shit will get better. Maybe we don't have to get to this point. And I think I never told this to anybody, but I really wanted to cancel faster at first. Good thing I didn't. I'm really proud I didn't. And I don't know. I just kind of forgot about this shit until a couple of days ago to remind myself. But I remember I wanted to cancel this. I was like, holy shit. Yeah, I'm really glad I didn't make that way. But you see what happens when you lost somebody you really love, or when you're really tired of doing whatever you wanted to do. But the main reason why I didn't cancel faster and just lasted for, I mean, why the first season didn't last longer. Again, it was not really because of Andrea or something. Yeah, indeed, I was heartbroken. I was missing her already. I want to confirm this. I really missed her in that period. I was really destroyed. But I want to confirm that it wasn't because of her. I just didn't feel myself in that state of mind anymore. Just like now. And the funny thing is that normally the first season will be like the second season. It will be shared in two parts. Normally the first season was the first three comics, which is pretty funny. But season 1.5, just like today, which I'm gonna tell you in the next episode what I mean with season 2 or 2.5. I'm gonna tell you the reasons why. But now Pascal is at its season 2.5 at this moment. And that shit was happening the first season too, but it wasn't just visible. So in the first season, season 1.5 started with the Christmas special. Comic lasted, of course, until the Japanese New Year's. The first three comics were normally at the first season, but again, this wasn't visible because it wasn't really special to me. But I was still thinking of this shit in my mind at that time. So yeah, it's true. If somebody will ask you this, yeah, tell them that it's true. I didn't want to bother you get a point. And again, fellas, I want to confirm that Pascal is on the second point five season. So yeah, that was the entire story of the first season. Really sad story, really depressing era, really shit like that. And I think I should have rated the comic first, but we will do it right now. So again, fellas, I'm sorry again that I didn't let this earlier before I told the facts about this the production show like that. Again, it was a pretty bad period, but hey, shit happens in life, people. I want to say that this comic had a really good story, really well written, really well put in together, really great. Humor was also really fucking funny, just on par with the story. Again, it didn't really focus on the humor that much. I really didn't focus. I didn't really try to focus on, it, but it still was really funny and equivalent of the previous comics. So the humor really gets a point here. The characters here got some really development, especially Andrea for the first time. And of course us three, but not really important. And the others one which you talk, and it was great. But this comic was definitely the most special one to Andrea as a character. And the art style was also again really better. It got shit, my god, it got fucking better. I'm not kidding now. You could see right now it didn't have that shitty quality with the characters. I mean, look at them. Just look at them and compare this comic with the first three comics. Any of those first three comics. Oh hell, even the Christmas special shit like that. You could even compare it and see a lot of differences. So yeah, fellas, this is again my favorite comic due to its simplicity, but they're still really great at the same time. It had a complex vibe to it. It was really fucking awesome. Each character in here gets a lot of attention, even if again Andrea normally got more character development here. Each character was fucking funny here. The humor again was really good. I can't shit about this. It was really funny. I still reading some jokes which really make me laugh, and even if I said that the Stefan part, which you again saying is really fucking funny. This part really makes me laugh every time. And the art style looks really great now. At least past to decent. So what can I say, guys? Isn't this really meant to be the best Fast comic to this day? Well, I don't know about you guys, but as the creator, as the personal man behind all those comics, behind all this stuff, this is my favorite Fast comic To this day, since the Hell comic, I don't care what you say. That's just my opinion or something like that. But I really care. I would have to say that I would definitely show this to a convention. This is a true comic which I would show proudly. I know that I've said about the Nuke Not album that I would show just because he showed the relationship between Shooter. It was all great. But again, even if yeah. The thing is, why I do think, yeah, the fun fact that with the Knot album, why I think it was a bad time, because when I was working on it, I was in a bad time. If Japanese niggers said that bad period as pretty much equivalent to when I was pretty much said like the New Knot album, it wouldn't have been that great at all. However, this is normally pretty much on par with the New Knot album. New Knot album, the point is a really great comic. However, again, because of the background problems I had when I was working on it, I can really, rate it higher. But this one, this is a true comic which I will show at a convention with no problem. And I don't give a fuck what you say. This is the best Fast Food comic. Definitely rated 10 out of motherfucking 10. You heard me. 10 out of 10. I don't care what you say. This is just a Fast Food and this is Fast Food. This is a true Fast Food that I wanted to do at first. This is the real Fast Food. This is just fucking good. Oh my god. I don't know what else to say. This is not only my favorite Fast Food comic if you want to know. Georgia, some of my friends at school, yeah, I heard it right. Even my mom thinks this is the best Fast Food comic, so you would know what I mean. This is definitely just the best Fast Food comic because it wasn't meant to be the best. But now if I analyze it enough to this day, I just find out how good it was. Just fantastic comic. Fantastic. Great, excellent, awesome, beautiful. What do you want to say? If you didn't read this comic, this is the first Fast Food comic which I recommend you to read. If you're not interested for journeys, like starting from the beginning, if you just want to go straight to the point, this is the first Fast Food comic I recommend you to read. This is absolutely good. I can really say, and I know people really don't like Fast Food, but like this comic, and I'm not kidding. And oh yeah, another fact about the fifth comic. Yeah, I'm sorry that I said it's a bad comic, but again, I didn't really say it's a bad comic. I've seen a few comments on that review video which picked on me. How could you say this is a bad comic? I really love this comic. Again, guys, it wasn't a bad comic. It just wasn't great to my mind. But anyways, sorry for this random shit, but I wanted to say it because now time has flew and I've seen a lot of people more complaining about my review on the fifth comic. But for fuck's sake, it's just my opinion, and of course, as a creator. And hell, even on this comic, and all the comics on this review series. And yeah, guys, sorry that I'm making now, sorry that I made in the past few weeks, episode a week. But I was really busy with school, I was really mad, I had a lot of shit to do, I'm really, really sorry. But from the next comic, next week actually, I'm gonna make 2 episodes, or maybe 3. I don't know, guys, but I'm really sorry about this. I'm gonna start making now episodes up and again, and hopefully, maybe I will start making Terrence Billy's live reviews at the same time. A series that what I wanted to make since 2017, but never seen the light of the day. I'm sorry about this too. And this was normal. I think Terrence Billy's live should have been reviewed first, honestly, but it's too late now. I don't know, guys. Maybe I'll review it at the same time with the second season, or after, or before. I don't know. I'll see about this. Well, thank you guys for watching this episode. Again, the 7th, and overall, the 7 comics professor, the 7 from the first season. I don't think I told this at the beginning of the episode. I already fucked it up. But who cares, guys? I hope you really enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to leave a like, share, subscribe. And if you didn't read Fast Food, don't forget to do it. Or at least watch my reviews until, you could create your own point of view from them. I think that's the main point of this series. Because, again, I'm not doing this review series as nothing. I think more creators should do review series of their own creations because nobody could review their own work better than the creator. Because nobody could recommend you the best comic like the creator felt. Like the creator could have said, as a creator, I felt that this was the best Fast Food comic at it now, or not at the time, and now. You know what I mean? And this is why I think it's not a dumb series as many people told me. This actually has a lot of sense if you think now. But anyways, guys, I've talked for like 30 minutes. My mouth fucking hurts now. I can't say shit. It really took me some time to make this comic. But every time, and not only comic, but the reviews episode 2 for it. But every time I think of this comic, all I can see, this is the definition of my work of happiness and depression at the same time. It's really just out of the world. This comic was, wow. I don't have words for it, but it will always hold a special place in my heart, even when it will be an adult. Now, fast will most likely be over. I just love this comic a lot. Japanese niggers, I wanna confirm it again. It's my favorite comic, even to this day. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you another time. Bye bye bye.